A review with 5 stars, 3 paragraphs, and not a single flaw. A comment under it says the product changed everything. Another comment says almost the same thing, just with different punctuation. The username has no photo, no history, and posted 17 times in one afternoon. You scroll past it because, fine, the internet always had fake reviews. Then you search for something boring, like why your phone cable only charges from one side. The first result is a long article with a perfect FAQ section, but it never quite answers the question. The second result says the same thing in different words. The third has a comparison table, affiliate links, and a paragraph that sounds confident enough to be useful, until you notice it could have been written by someone who never touched the cable. This is where the dead internet theory starts to sound less like a meme and more like an unsettling feeling. This whole text, read aloud in an AI narrator's voice, will sound even more ironic, won't it? The extreme version says the internet basically died years ago. Real people left, bots took over, algorithms now talk to algorithms, and what looks like public conversation is mostly a puppet show. Sometimes the theory goes further and claims governments, corporations, or some hidden system are coordinating it all to control what people think. That version is too neat. It turns a messy internet into one secret machine. There is no good evidence that the web was switched off on some specific date, or that most online people disappeared and were replaced by a planned simulation. Humans are still here. They argue badly in comment sections. They upload messy videos. They ask oddly specific questions on forums. They sell broken furniture on local groups. The internet is not literally dead, but a weaker version of the theory is harder to laugh away. Not the conspiracy version, the boring version, the version where large parts of the web become harder to trust because automation is cheaper than human effort, and platforms reward whatever keeps people clicking. Imperva's 2025 BadBot report said automated traffic had passed human traffic on the web for the first time in a decade, and bad bots alone made up 37% of all internet traffic. Those numbers do not mean 37% of your favorite social feed is fake people. Web traffic includes scraping, credential stuffing, price checking, API attacks, search crawlers, monitoring tools, and plenty of other machine activity most users never see. Still, it shows the scale. A huge amount of the internet is not someone sitting at a keyboard with coffee, typing a thought. Some bots are useful. Search engines use crawlers. Accessibility tools, archiving systems, uptime monitors, translation tools, and legitimate automation all touch the web without being human. A website owner wants Googlebot to find their page. A researcher may want an archive to preserve it. Calling all automation dead internet would be lazy. The problem starts when automation is designed to imitate human attention. A fake account likes a post, replies to it, shares it, then 5 more accounts repeat the same behavior. The post looks alive before real people have even seen it. Someone posts a bland opinion. 10 accounts respond within 2 minutes, and suddenly the algorithm treats the thread as important. Not because it is good, because it is active. You can see this in a boring way too. A local restaurant has 20 reviews, all written in the same warm tone. Amazing service, delicious food, highly recommend. No mention of the wait, the dish, the noise, the tiny table near the bathroom. A human review usually has friction. It complains about parking, praises the soup, forgets the name of the dessert. Fake praise is often too smooth. Now add generative AI. Before tools like ChatGPT, making 1,000 low-quality articles took either a content farm, cheap labor, or a lot of copying. After large language models became widely available, text became almost free to produce. A person can generate product descriptions, fake biographies, comments, summaries, emails, and entire websites in minutes. Some of it is useful. Some of it is junk. Some of it is junk wearing a tie. Google's March 2024 search update openly targeted patterns like scaled content abuse, expired domain abuse, and site reputation abuse. That is a dry way of saying search results were being flooded with pages made to rank, not pages made to help. An old domain gets bought because it has authority. A trusted site hosts low-quality third-party pages. Hundreds of articles appear around tiny search phrases. Best USB-C cable for left-side charging issue becomes a page, then 10 pages, then a comparison chart with no real testing behind it. And yes, this gets messy fast. The dead internet feeling is not just about bots. It is also about sameness. You open a recipe site and scroll through a life story nobody asked for. You open a tech guide and get steps that skip the one button you actually need. You open a news-looking page and find rewritten paragraphs from somewhere else. The web still has information, but more of it feels secondhand. Social platforms make this worse because they do not simply show the internet. They rank it. A platform does not need every account to be fake to make the experience feel artificial. It only needs to reward content that behaves well in the feed. Short outrage, recycled jokes, AI images with emotional captions, engagement bait, a strange picture of a child holding a sculpture made of plastic bottles, except the hands are wrong and the comments are full of heart emojis. The shrimp Jesus images that spread on Facebook became a perfect little symbol of this. Weird AI pictures, religious bait, emotional bait, comment bait, all blended into something that looked absurd but worked as engagement material. Many people laughed at it. Some people believed it. The algorithm did not need to believe anything. It only needed signals. That is the uncomfortable part. The system can fill with nonsense without anyone planning nonsense. A creator sees that AI images get reactions. A spammer sees that reactions can be monetized. A page owner sees that traffic can be sold. A platform sees that engagement keeps people around. Each step is understandable. Together, they feel haunted. A capture with buses appears because the site cannot tell whether you are human. You click the traffic lights, fail once because one pixel of the pole counts, and while you are proving your humanity, a bot somewhere is scraping thousands of pages through an API. It is not dramatic. It is annoying. That is how a lot of digital decay feels. There is also a feedback loop. AI systems are trained on internet data. Then AI systems generate more internet content. Then future systems may scrape that content too. Researchers debate how severe this becomes, and the numbers depend on the method. But the risk is simple enough. If the web fills with synthetic summaries of synthetic summaries, the signal gets thinner. You get sentences that sound right because they are shaped like other sentences that sounded right. This does not mean human creativity disappears. People still make weird forums, repair videos, niche newsletters, open-source projects, and arguments about camera lenses that go on for 400 replies. The living internet is still there, just buried under optimized sludge. One reason the dead internet theory spreads is that it gives a name to a feeling people already had. You search and get SEO filler. You post and get replies that feel scripted. You read a review and cannot tell if a person used the product. You see an account with a beautiful profile picture, a motivational bio, and comments that all sound like they came from a customer support template. After enough of that, suspicion sticks. But suspicion has a cost. If every stranger becomes a bot in your mind, real conversation gets poisoned too. A badly written comment might be a bot. It might also be a tired person on a bus, typing with one thumb. A generic reply might be AI. It might also be someone who does not speak the language well. The internet becomes less human, not only when machines imitate people, but when people start treating other people as if they are probably machines. So what should a normal user do with this? Not panic. Do small checks. Look for friction. Real reviews often include trade-offs. Real expertise usually mentions limits. Real communities have memory. Old posts, inside jokes, corrections, messy disagreement. A real tutorial shows the awkward step where the menu moved after an update. A real product test has at least one complaint. Follow sources that show their work. Prefer pages that link to original documents. Name the test method. Show photos they actually took, or admit when they do not know. Be careful with content that is perfectly confident and strangely empty. Platforms have a bigger job too. Bot detection, provenance tools, AI labeling, better spam enforcement, and fewer incentives for manipulative engagement. None of this is simple. Block every bot and you break search, archives, accessibility, and useful automation. Allow everything and the web becomes cheaper to fake. The dead internet theory is wrong if it says humans are gone. It is more useful if it says human presence is being diluted, copied, ranked, scraped, and surrounded by machines pretending to care. The internet did not die in one moment. It got crowded by systems that learned how to mimic the signs of life. And maybe that is the better warning. Not that the web is dead, but that aliveness online now has to be earned. A real voice, a real test, a real mistake, a real conversation, a real person saying, "I tried this and it broke after 2 weeks." These things are becoming more valuable, not less. The next time you read a perfect review with no flaws, or a guide that answers everything except your actual problem, do not assume the whole internet is fake. Just slow down for a second. Ask who made it, why it exists, and what would be missing if no human had been involved at all.
Thanks for watching! If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. See you in the next one!